If I feel in my gut something is not right about a property, I don't care if the numbers are good. I don't care if everything pencil out. Trust my discernment. There is something that is going on within that building that I cannot describe with words, but it is something that has been placed upon my spirit that grieves me every time I come to this property, and it vexes me. It makes me not want to be in close proximity. Trust that feeling, because there's something deeper going on with it, and although you can't see it, it's there. I'll give a perfect story. There was a property that was a flip property. I mean, it was a great flip property. I mean, the numbers panned out. I could have made at least $100,000 on this deal. It was such a great flip. The bank had it, right? Now, mind you, why would the bank have a new construction property as a foreclosure? Maybe the people got in over their head. That's not really a red flag, right? We go to the property. At this particular property, when you go there, there's not a lot of work that needs to be done on this property. Why are they selling this property so cheap? Well, you can make $100,000, if not more, on this property. Why wouldn't they have it a little bit closer to market value, even though it's a repo? It just didn't make sense to me. And although everything penciled out, I kept on saying there is something with this property I just can't shake. It's something not right with it. I ended up getting outbidded on the property. Another investor bid it higher. They end up winning the bid. About a year later, the property is back on the market through foreclosure. What the heck is going on? This time I go walk through this property. I said it's a newer property. In the middle of the floor, there's a root that is coming up out of the foundation that have split the house like this. So I'm like, how do you fix this? Now that I see the problem, I always believe everything is fixable and figure outable. So I call a foundation expert. I called Kevin. I said, hey, can you come take a look at this foundation for me? I'm interested in buying this property. He said, sure. He come over, he do the foundation inspection. He says, this house cannot be fixed. You have to tear it down. I walked away from the deal completely. The house go back under contract. Another investor go in, they buy it. You know what they do? They cut the center of the foundation out of the floor where the root was, remove the root out of the property, close the foundation back, and then it closes. What happened was they didn't remove the full root, but they ended up closing up the floor, pouring another slab down, making it look nice and pretty. I went back to the house when it came on the market. I said, well, maybe Kevin didn't know what he was talking about, because these people surely fixed this house. The house ended up selling. That investor made the 6 figures on that property, as he should, and guess what happened? The new buyer moved in. Guess what? A year later, the property now is shifting in the middle. You can't see the root, but it's shifting in the middle. The buyer goes through history, figure out that this was an existing problem that was not handled correctly. Now the buyer is suing the investor for this property because of the simple fact the investor hid a defect on the property of what they should have disclosed. They should have disclosed that they had a root in the middle of this floor.